raising 300 billion shillings to make sure that we complete our roads program across the country. And we are not raising taxes, and we are not borrowing money to build our roads. You have also, as you're aware, you know we have started dueling Rironi Mau Summit, isn't it? So we have started dueling Rironi Mau Summit. No new taxes, no debt, isn't it? The president has announced that for us to move to the next level, we need to build more roads. Between independence, 1963, and now, we've built only 20,000 kilometers of roads. The president has said in the next 7 years, we will move that number from 20,000 kilometers in 60-something years, 62 years. In 7 years, we'll build a new 28,000 kilometers of road. We are dueling roads. We are dueling other roads. In a month or so, you'll see the president working on the Mombasa Road from Chumvi Junction all the way to Emali. Very soon, later in the year, Makutano, Embu, Chuka, all the way to Meru, Maua, and there are other roads, including Namanga to Kitengela, including getting the road in Marwa, extending it all the way to Nyeri Town, Nanyuke, Isiolo, and all the other roads. You have seen the president has helped us as UDA to deliver a life-changing road project that touches on a vast area of our country that for a long time had been left behind. The famous road. Niseme nisiseme. Niseme nisiseme. Rais alisema barabara itatoka Mandera. Niendelee nisiendelee? Kitoka Mandera ikuje Ramu. Itoke Ramu ikuje Gare. Itoke Gare ikuje Kobo. Ikuje Kobo. Niendelee. Ikuje Kobo, ikuje Kotulo, ikuje Wajia, ikuje Samata, ikuje Modogashe, ikuje Kulamawe, mpaka ingie Isiolo. Rais ni fire, si fire. Ni fire, si fire. That road is being built now by this administration. When President Ruto, ni watu Yakobo ama Waelwak. Very well. So, when President Ruto was sworn in as president, the intention was to maram the road from Lamu, Ijara, Garissa, and Isiolo. President Ruto said it should be tarmacked. It is being tarmacked today, all the way from Lamu to Ijara, to Garissa, to Isiolo, and already almost 121 kilometers have already been tarmacked. Rais ni fire, si fire. UDA ni fire, si fire. Mheshimiwa Rais, there are many things. Allow me just to summarize by saying, I am convinced we have done a good job. I am convinced whatever has not been done will be done before the next election. And I am convinced we will defend our scorecard in the next year's election. Going into the future, the president has led us to envision a new Kenya and the transformation of our country from a third world economy to a first world economy in a single generation. Other countries have done it, we can do it. Singapore did it, we can do it. Malaysia did it, we can do it. South Korea did it, we can do it. China, for example, in 1978 was a poor country. 40 years later, by 2020, China had moved to be the second largest economy in the world, and they had succeeded in pulling 800 million Chinese people from abject poverty. It is possible for us also to pull The 22 million Kenyans who live in poverty today, abject poverty, we can pull them upwards and create a first world economy in one generation. The first thing we do is to modernize our agriculture. We stop relying on rainfall and clouds. We stop depending on clouds to survive. And the president has said we need water harvesting. That's how you transform and modernize agriculture. 50 mega dams, 200 mini dams, and over 1,000 smaller dams. The 200 are the mid-sized dams, and the smaller dams are over 1,050 mega dams. The size of Dwake, those big dams like High Grand Falls and others. Then we harvest water, transform our agriculture, add value, and make sure that we create wealth and create jobs in the agricultural sector, but water is critical. Number two, we need to increase our power so that we can have enough energy for our industries. We are now at 3,000 megawatts. We want to create another 7,000 megawatts to have 10,000 megawatts of power. And finally, we will need also to be able to move forward, have enough resources to do modern infrastructure, roads, railway, seaports, and also airports. That's why we must build a new airport, and the president is already seized of the matter, and I know in the next 1-2 months, we'll break ground and build a new airport. That is why the president in 2 months will be launching the extension of the railway line from Naivasha, through Narok, through Bomet, through Nyamira, through Kisumu, into Malaba, and into Uganda. That is why, after we do Rironi Mau Summit, the president will lead us again to extend that road in 2 ways. One way through Eldoret to Bungoma and Malaba, another way through Kericho, Kisumu, into Malaba. Rais ni fire, si fire. That is why we are modernizing the Kenya Ports Authority in Mombasa. I've spoken to KPA this morning. Soon the president will go there to groundbreak for a modernization program for Mombasa Port. And we are going to get 41 billion shillings through innovative funding models to modernize the Port of Mombasa. So seaports, airports, railway, roads, and energy, and agriculture. If we do that, Kenya will move from the third world to the first world in a generation. Rais, mimi unikubalie niwachie hapo. Hii story ni mrefu. And I wonder, the people who are saying we have not implemented our commitments, I don't know in which country they live. But because today is not the day to respond to those characters, tutakutana nao huko. Juzi wataona ile waliona siku ile ya Mbeere North. Mnaona siku hizi kiburi imepungua pale Mbeere North, walinyolewa na Wamudende, walinyolewa na Kalinda, walinyolewa niseme. Allow me to call 3 other interveners so that we don't take too long. The 2 leaders of majority will have a maximum of 10 minutes each, just to tell us how the 2 houses of parliament have respectively supported the executive to deliver, so that nobody leaves here thinking that it is only the president to take credit or only the executive. All of us have done something. And after they finish, I'll call them in quick succession. Finally, Governor Ses Mbarire, who is the chairperson, the national chairperson of UDA, will come and tell us, also in 10 minutes, what our county governments, both our government